These are the 6 steps to find the median line by hand. Step 1 is to write out the data.
So when you write out the data, the x's have to be from least to greatest, so they're already organized like that, but if they weren't, you'd have to change that. And then you're going to split them up into 3 separate groups to find the second step, to start the second step, which is to find the median of the x's and the y's. So in this one, you're going to write them out in order, so 2, 5, 7, and then those are not in order because that's 5, 7, 6. So you're going to do 5, 6, 7. So the middle of that one is the 5, and the middle of that one is the 6. So the point for this is 5, 6. This one, you're going to have to find the mean of it, so 10 plus 12 divided by 2, and then 9 plus 11 divided by 2. So this ends up being 11, 10. And then for this one, you have to write out the same way you did for the first one. So 15, 17, 20, and 13, 15, 17. So it's 17 and 15. So that's this. For the third step, you're going to find the slope. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You're going to use the first point and the third point to find the slope. So you're going to do 15 minus 6 over 17 minus 5, and that equals 9 over 12, which also equals 3 over 4. So that's the third step to find the slope. So now we have the slope of 3 over 4. So I'm going to erase this. And then the fourth step is to find the main summary points, which are going to be your main x and your main y. So to do that, you're going to add the 5 plus 11 plus 17, which are the x's in each of them, divided by 3, because there's 3 numbers. And then you're going to do the 6 plus the 10 plus the 15 over 3. And then that's going to give you the main points of 11 and 10.33. So now that's all that we need these for. So we're going to erase those. And you're going to erase that too. And so that's the x and the y. And then that's the slope. So to find the y-intercept to give you your final y equals mx plus b for the median line, you're going to find the y-intercept. So y equals mx plus b. So then y is 10.33. So 10.33 equals the slope, 3 over 4, which we found, times the x, which is 11, plus b. So that 3/4 times 11 is 10.33 equals 8.25 plus b. We're going to subtract 8.25 from both sides. And that's going to give you b equals 2.08. So when you write out the final y equals mx plus b for the median line, you have y equals 3 over 4 x plus, and then there's the b we have, so 2.08. So for the median line by hand, that's your final answer.
You can also find the median line on a calculator.
So we're going to find the LinReg. You can do the same thing to find the median line, but we're going to find the LinReg for example. So first you turn your calculator on, obviously, and then you hit stat, edit, which you can also hit number 1 because the number 1's there. And then you just plug in your data. So, and then you hit a number and then hit enter, and it goes to the next line. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to go over one by hitting the right arrow. And then do 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is just random data. Don't like put in these numbers, put in the data that we're doing. So then we're going to go to stat and then go over one. And so right now we're going to do LinReg, but you can also do the median line. So we're going to go to LinReg, or you can just press number 4, and then you scroll down to calculate. And then so A is 1 and B is 5. So A is basically like y equals mx plus b. It's on the calculator, it's ax plus b. So that's like where the m would go if you were doing like what we did. So then you press the Y button. So this is a shortcut we're gonna do. You could either write down those numbers and just punch them in here, or you can go to vars, then scroll down to statistics, and go to EQ, and then just hit enter because the first one we're doing. And then it comes up in Y1, and then you hit graph, and then that's the LinReg.
There's a way to predict in the future using the median line or the line of best fit, the least squares line. In the future, if they give you a point, what the y is going to be. So we're going to use the example that the x's in the data is the shots and the y's are the number of points scored in the basketball game. So if the question says predict the number of points the team will have if they shoot 13 times, then you can use the least squares line we found last time to do the math to find that. So we're going to use the same data we used to find the least squares line. So the equation ended up being y equals 3 over 4x plus 2.08. And the question says how many points will the team have if they shoot 13 times. So you're going to put 13 in for x because that's what you do. So y equals 3 over 4 times 13 plus 2.08. And so then it ends up being y equals 9.75 plus 2.08. And then that is y equals 11.83. So the 11.83 points will be scored if the players shoot the ball 13 times. To predict an unknown value for the median line on the calculator, we're going to use the same data we used to find the median line by hand. So that's already preloaded on the screen. First, you're going to find the median line, and then, well, I used the least squares line here, but on the graph window, there are going to be all the points and the line through it, and you're going to hit the trace button, and then a cursor is going to appear on one of the points, and you're going to move it to the main line so that you can see it right there. And then you're going to type in a number. So say the question was predict the number of points the team will have if they shoot 13 times, saying that x is the number of shots and y is the points. You're going to start typing 13 and it's going to appear down there as the x. Then you can hit enter, and over there on the y it says 11.718284. So that is going to be the answer to your question. There could be an error if the number you want is too big for the line. So say you tried to type in 23, it would say error invalid. So what you have to do when that happens is quit it and then go back to the graph and hit trace again, and then hit the window button. So if the answer is 23, you're going to have to make the x max bigger than 23, so I'm just going to make it 25, and the y max bigger, so I'm going to make that 25 too. And then when you go back to the graph, the points are all still there, but it's just a wider screen. And then you're going to do your trace, and then go to the line and type 23 again, and it's going to be big enough to give you the answer of 18.43.